Hey friends, welcome in to weekly update number 9, and we are live in the studio. It is Friday, August 1st, brand new month, brand new you, time to get back into it. I'm super excited for the topics we're going to be covering today. So we're going to go over 3 topics in this weekly update. Number 1 is AI agents. I know I might sound like a broken record, but everybody's talking about AI, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about the AI agents that are now available in ChatGPT for Pro, Plus, and Team users. The next is client control. The customer is not always right. I'm going to talk about that. And number 3 is making money. Look, we're in the business of making money. If you're listening to this podcast, your goal is to make more money. Now, that might not be your purpose or your only goal or your reason for being, but at the end of the day, yes, we need to have financial benefits, financial outcomes from what we do. The hard work we put in, building our businesses, our teams, our careers, we want them to have a financial outcome that helps improve our life. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that. And it's not going to be as as money motivated as you might think, but there are way too many landscape companies, service industry professionals out there who are not making money today. We're going to talk about that. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Number 1, AI agents. AI agents are alive and well. Funny story, yesterday I went into ChatGPT and you click on the tools, you drop down, you click agent mode, and that agent can now go and do things on your behalf on the internet. So what I did is I had that agent go into my email, and I do not recommend doing this. There's a lot of safety things here. So I use a email that's more like a spam email. We all probably have one of those. I said, hey, I want you to go through. I want you to identify the top 5 urgent emails sent in the last 7 days. I want you to draft a reply to that and save it in my draft inbox. So it went ahead and did. I had to give it a login. It logged in, and on its own desktop, on the ChatGPT computing system, it completed this task. And it completed it, I would say, probably a little slower than I would have done. So it's not like it's going to do this in rapid speed, but it did it. And it did it without me having to worry about managing it. So I could go do other things. I came back, I logged in, I look at my email, boom, 5 drafts written up in response to the 5 most urgent or whatever, or most urgent emails. It was really incredible. Now, it's just getting started, but start to think about what these AI agents could help you do in your business. I got an example here I want to give you guys. So I am building an AI agent for financial oversight, forecasting, budgeting, and management. So this AI agent will be trained on what I believe the most important things are to look at for a landscape business like us. I'm training it on a series of different authors and financial professionals. I'm training it on Greg Crabtree. I'm training it on a few other what I would consider financial leaders or people who have done a lot of coaching in the financial space. Think of Greg Herring as well. A lot of Gregs here. Shout out to my CFO, Greg, as well. So I'm training on these things. And what it's going to do is on a quarterly basis or as needed, it will reach out on its own based on my programming to my directors, to our director of maintenance, our VP of construction, our director of commercial construction, our director of enhancements, whatever we need it to reach out to. It'll email them, say, hey, it's time to do our forecast for the next quarter. When you have some time, click this link, log in, let's have a conversation. Now, this is a bit aspirational as of today. I'm not saying this is fully complete or built out, but this is where we're going. So they log in, they have a conversation with the AI agent. The AI agent prompts them, asks them questions. Hey, what were your sales like in the last 90 days? And they answer, and the agent has access to all the data. So it responds, says, okay, great. Well, I'm seeing that the sales for the last 90 days is actually a 20% increase from the previous 90 days. Right? And let's just say this is enhancement sales. Well, what is that going to tell me? It's going to tell me that our revenue for that next period, the quarter that we're going into, should be better than the quarter we're coming out of if sales are up 20%, right? There's a bunch of other leading and lagging indicators that AI agent can review based on the programming and then can ask my team what they think about these leading and lagging indicators. They can actually be prompted asking Brian, hey, commercial construction backlog is up 15%. What do you think about the scheduling on ABC job? Do you think this ABC job is going to go in the next 30 or 60 days? Should we build it in the forecast? And if so, how much? And then the AI agent with the right access to data can actually tell Brian, hey, the schedule for the next 60 days, based on what I'm seeing, has 375 hours for this job. And based on our average hourly revenue per hour, we are going to forecast, $48,000 for that job. And this is a true zero-based budgeting approach where your AI agent can take all of this data and create zero-based budgets that are actually accurate. So zero-based budget, guys, is how I believe everyone should do their budgeting. However, it's very time-consuming and requires a high level of financial acumen. So most people don't do this. But zero-based budgeting is going through, and every dollar that's put into your budget or your forecast has to be associated for a reason, right? We're not just going to say, well, we're going to spend another 20% this year on staff. No, you got to go through and look at all your staff and add up their salary and add up their payroll taxes and add up their 401k and their benefits and their comp, all of that, and put it into your budget starting from zero, hence zero-based budgeting. Okay, so the next thing I want to chat about, and I want to keep going on these AI agents, but really don't have too much time here. So look at that. We got a call coming in, 8:50. Every morning, that's kind of interesting. Every morning we do a huddle. My leadership team, we do a huddle. My whole team, all of us have our own huddles, but our huddle on our leadership team, everybody calls in and basically says what they are doing for the day. And that is basically a way to stay in touch, stay in communication. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second, but that's basically what we're doing. Boom. Huddle's coming in. I'm communicating to the team. They're communicating to me. We're just, what are we working on today? Where are we going to be? What is our intention for the day? And what are the 3 non-negotiables? Anyway, sidetrack. AI agents are going to change the world. They're going to change your business. They're going to make you more efficient. People who can utilize AI are going to have more jobs than they know what to do with. People who don't understand AI, well, you might be left pushing a lawnmower. But the lawnmowers are going to push themselves in 5 years. We're not going to have lawnmowers. They're going to be robotic. So AI is coming. Robotics are coming, and it's an exciting time. Okay, client control. We're going to keep it moving here. Where are we at? 7 minutes. All right, client control. Client control, guys. Oh, my gosh. Quick story. So one of our project managers in our scheduling meeting that I sat in on yesterday, said, hey, it looks like we're going to have to pull off a job next week because we don't have the plant list approved from the client. And here I am, CEO, sitting in the back of the room trying to not fucking talk. I couldn't help myself as they started talking about where they're going to send the crew. I go, guys, what do you mean the client didn't approve the plant list? Well, we sent it to them 2 weeks ago. They had a due date of this Monday, and, we haven't got an approval yet. I go, well, that doesn't mean we should pull off the job. And they're like, I don't blame them. Their answer is like, well, what are we going to do if we can't plant the plants? Guys, when you give client details and clients deadlines on decisions that have to do with the progress of the job, keep your job moving, you've got to keep on top of it. You've got to hold them accountable. And you've got to hold them accountable financially. If we're going to, and this is something that we weren't going to do, but we for sure are going to do now, if we have to pull off a job midway, think of a $200,000 job we're about to plant. Where are we at in the job? We're probably 75% done with that job. We probably have a little bit of planting or maybe a lot. We have drip irrigation. We have mulching and finish touches. We're out of there, right? For us to stop at the planting phase of a job, to go start another job and then stop that job theoretically and then come back when the plants are decided, no freaking way. That is easily a couple $1,000 of issue. And when you're in flow state and when you're moving and you're running with this lean mindset we have at K&D and you stop that, you interrupt that flow, the cost of that interruption is so much more than we think. We literally can't charge a client enough. But at minimum, we can charge them $1,000 for a demobilization and remobilization fee, at minimum. Now, we have to make sure that's communicated in the contract and it's up front, but you have to control your clients. And what's better is to not do a change order, is just hold them accountable. On Friday, if the due date's on Monday, you're calling them on Friday. Hey, you got that plant decision? No, we haven't decided. On Monday morning, hey, you guys going to get that decision done? You know what? We're not sure. Okay, I'm going to come by. Let's go. Let's have coffee. I'm going to bring you guys coffee this morning. Or I'm going to bring you, maybe a bottle of wine this evening, and we're going to figure out this plant shit because we are not pulling off this job. There is no excuse for not holding your clients accountable. You have to manage your client. You have to have client control. The client is not always right. In residential design builds specifically, this is a major, major cost factor for you guys. And for us, apparently. It's all right. This is why I do weekly updates, because I'm documenting our successes. I'm documenting our failures. I'm sharing with you guys what's going well and what's not going well at K&D. This is like in the moment, in the world of running a $20 million business, in the fight every single day. And that brings me to point number 3, making money. You guys, for the first 3 months of this year, we did not make money. Not only did we not make money, we lost money. Yeah, still a little bit PTSD. April, we started making money. May, we made money. June, we made a little bit of money. And July, well, July's a little bit up in the air, guys. July's a question mark right now. July's always a weird month for us. We like dip our revenue every July. Like June's high, August is usually high, and July's this like weird little dip. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's vacations. A bunch of people are on vacation right now. We need to make money in this industry. You guys work too damn hard in the service-based industry, in blue-collar industries, to not make money. You work too hard to not make money. You risk too much to not make money. For owners out there, your house is on the line. I almost guarantee you have a personal guarantee out there. I do. Our line of credit is personally backed by my personal assets, even at this size of $20 million. It's too much risk to not make money. Your team works too damn hard to not make money. Yet I talk to business owners constantly. Last week at the Lawn and Landscape Conference, inside my Disruptor peer group, inside other groups, I talk to business owners every single week who are not making money in their business. Unacceptable. And it's not your fault, guys. It is not your fault, because the costs of running a business continue to go up. Yet the price of what we charge continues to be held down, artificially held down by large private equity-backed companies that are less concerned with their short-term profitability and more concerned with their multiple. And don't get me wrong here, their profit indicates their multiple. But here's the thing that PE-backed companies have. It's called an add back. If you don't know what add back is, add back, look it up. Here's the idea, though. They can spend a couple $1 million on building out a sales process, on hiring salespeople, on bringing all their team members to a retreat, on doing this, on doing that. And then at the end of the day, they can go back and say, well, that's an add back to EBITDA. So their net profit may be, let's just say $1 million, but their EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA, maybe $2 million, right? Because they add a bunch of money back that they spent into their sell price. And so this add back calculation, this formula of depreciation and otherwise, allows them to run at almost a break even or a 5% net profit and then still get to that 12, 13, 15% EBITDA. Now, this is like a major, major issue in our industry right now. Because when you have access to capital and you don't have to worry about making money, you just have to worry about increasing the enterprise value of your business, well, it makes it really hard for all of us who are running $2, $3, $5, $10, $20 million businesses to make money. And we want to pay our team well. We want to pay our crews well. We want to make people elevate in the company. We want to promote people, not fire and slash and cut costs. Like, that's not what we're about. Yet we're out there doing great work, delivering amazing services, creating amazing jobs, and being left with almost no money. You guys, that's where we're at. We need to make money. I'm going to leave you with that. We're going to sign out. Have a fantastic day. It's Friday, August 1st. Go crush it. Have a great week. We'll see you right here next week, August 8th, for weekly update number 10. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Trades Talk, where the next generation of disruptors comes to raise the bar. If you got value from today's episode, share it with someone in the trades who's ready to level up. For more tools, insights, and community, follow host Justin White and join the movement at jwhitegroup.com.